Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages. I welcome you. Let's tap in. Let's tune in. 432 hertz of earth resonance. Yes. Yes. Let's tap on in and see what is for us today on our journey. What do the Acturians want us to consider, to think about, to look into, to be aware of? All of those things. All of the things that the Acturians want. I had to wrestle it. Wrestle it. What do you got for us? What's this? We've got rebirth and what's this one? What's this one? Is that one communication? What is that one? What is that one? It is communication, rebirth and communication. The energy of communication makes you aware that you are able to communicate with your body and understand its signals and solving its discomforts. And this energy brings both your body and your spirit into deeper contact. So you are rebirthing into one who is balanced with their mind, body, and spirit. Yes. So awesome. We'll take it. Yes. Yes. Yes, we are. We are embodying this balance, right? And learning how to navigate as a spiritual being in the physical realms, right? It's like goddess or god, cleaning the toilet, right? We still gotta do our like people stuff as expanded, ascended masters. And it's just like all the ascended masters before, all, had to do the things that we had to do. They all farted and pooped, right? Yes. This is the balance, the release, the constant release. I mean, our bodies do it, and so too do we need to do this on a spiritual and energetic level, right? An elimination of the things that no longer serve. It's like a filtration system, right? The things go in, we retain the stuff that is of importance for us, and we release the rest. We don't hold it in our body. We let it out. Okay. Let's not have... Okay, that's only 4. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm not going to keep these, but we're going to talk about them. We got the Hagelas, which is the tower moment, the realization of you are a spiritual being having a physical experience, right? The going with the flow, the surrender, the allowing, the things to unfold, the trusting in the self to navigate trusting with the communication to move about, right? Your intuitive nudging, guiding your physical body from its higher perspective. And then we've got Thurisaz, the burning away and the releasing, the eliminating of the things that no longer serve, right? And then this Isa, the stillness, the period of regeneration, but not to death, right? Because in the cold, it also speaks about like the winter time as a like hibernation, but it's a period, it's an understanding that it's not forever, right? Forever would be death, forever would be falling asleep in the cold, and then you just never wake up again, right? So this balance, which was yesterday's reading, was about this importance of maintaining the balance. Okay, so we're rebirthing, we're communicating, and we're still getting multiples. Beautiful. Wow. Wowza. Okay, so we've got Tiwas, which is beautiful. This is that upper perspective, right? The higher mind, your soul star chakra, your higher self has a perspective. What is it, 4 to 6 feet above your head? When I had an out of body experience, that's where I popped out, boop, and then boop. But when I was up there, I had the lay of the land, like I understood what was going on, and it was just and instantaneous, right? And so this is why this connection, this communication is important, because your higher self sees and knows more than your body. And so when you communicate, when you connect there, you are able to steer yourself better, right? And this includes going in a way that your physical body doesn't make sense or can't see, but you're trusting that the version of you, the part of you that is above, that can see higher realms and information and pathways, you are trusting in that perspective. Okay, Tiwas is bringing in all the channeling. Okay, we've got justice, we've got honor, we got sacrifice, we got loyalty, but most of all, we got victory. Okay, yes, this eagle flying, soaring, holding the sword of truth and destiny. With this rune comes the promise of a good and just outcome. The scales will be balanced. Okay, yes. And then we have a gorgeous one. This is Barcano. Okay, the fertile and fecund mama brings forth an abundance of new life. So birth, sanctuary, fertility, life changes, and secrets. Yes, you've got eggs, but what is in them? What's in your eggs? You have to wait until they hatch. And then the final one is a Wunjo. Yay! This is joy, pleasure, belonging, kindreds, prosperity. Okay. This is your rebirthing into one who trusts completely their connection, their communication that is being received, assimilated, processed through as a guide. And these This connection will lead you towards abundance and prosperity and joy and fertility and success, victory, all of the things. Because it's your higher self, and your higher self is the thing that wants to reconnect you to love, to joy, to peace, to all those things, to harmony. It knows the most efficient way to get there, the fastest way to get there. It knows you intrinsically, is the word I want to use, and what it is that you truly desire and want, and what is your soul calling, your soul passion, your soul purpose. And it is meant to guide you. It's your personal spiritual GPS system. And it, unlike the GPS systems we have, like externally, that shout at you, turn left in 100 meters. It's like, okay, why you yell for? Your internal GPS is a lot subtler. It's a lot quieter, because it's up to your free will to and your maintenance, your self-maintenance, to prepare an environment to receive the messages. If it's too loud and chaotic, it's too hard to discern, right? You could get the nudge that way, but then, you've got all this other interference going on, and it's hard to see who's yelling. I'm thinking like, on those game shows, and somebody's like trying to guess something or pick something, and everybody in the audience is like, do this, and they're all yelling and shouting and telling you to go left, go right, stay where you're at, all this stuff, right? And it can be very overwhelming, because you're just like, I don't know, and then you end up just picking something just to shut everybody up. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about this balancing within, this trust, this faith within, this understanding, this clarity of communication, so that you know what is the right thing to do, right? Okay. One more shuffy. And a splitty. And a go. Okay. What you got for us? What's our central card in the tarot? Dedication flashed, and my dedication card. And this one is important. There is a certain level of dedication that you need to invest in yourself, in your growth, in your expansion, in your quieting of the noise, so that you can receive. Okay, so we've got one on the floor. Yes. And I don't know what it is yet. It was face down. Celebrate holiday. Oh, yay. Okay. So when things fall on the floor, it is declared by me that it is a highlighted message from Spirit. Pay particular attention to this. And it's your celebration, okay? It's a lucky strike coming in that overflows your cup, and then that overflows into many other surrounding cups. Whether this is, each cup represents certain aspects of your life, and when one is overflowing, it flows into all the others, right? Like when you are feeling joyful, how your joy ripples out and affects all areas of your life, right? This could also be people, family, the same thing, right? When you are smiling and happy, it is contagious. And so everywhere you go, you are overflowing into everybody's cup, whether they, you know, appreciate it or even know what's going on or not, right? So this is beautiful. This is a time of celebration. This is a time of happiness, of joy. We got the win, Joe. Okay, it's the joy card. It is literally the joy card. Okay, what's this one? Strength. Okay, so you are building your strength. Like when I first pulled the rune cards out and flashed the bottom card, it was Ingwas. I think it was Ingwas, the lion, right? And that one, the lion speaks about this regal position, but also a reserving of your strength, a buildup of your reserves so that you are primed and fully loaded, charged in order to make the move when the divine inspiration nudges you, right? When the feeling pulls you, when the higher self says this is the thing that you run for, and you're like, okay, I'm ready to go because I've been resting and rejuvenating and strength training. Okay, yes, we've got ships coming in. Okay, and I feel like this is what you want to have your energy for. When the windfalls, when the things start showing up, when the opportunities start presenting themselves, you're going to want to make the move towards it, them, that, thus, right? And be able to engage, right? Like, say you win a trip to Greece and it comes with a full tour of all of the ancient ruins or whatever. And this is going to require, early mornings and explore, like days of exploration, all day exploration. And then you do it again for another week, right? And you're going to want to have the energy to do that. Okay, yes. Okay, we got the tower coming in. Okay, and this might hit you like a tower. This is why you want to be ready. You want to be ready. You want to be stretched. You want to be energized. You want to be rested. You want to be limber, right? You want to be regulated and prepared to run with it. Because when the tower comes in, you're going to be like, whoa! Okay, not all towers are destructive. Well, okay, yeah, they are, but not in a good way. All towers are a shifting of what is into something else. And so there is a destructiveness to that, right? When we are preparing our gardens to plant many beautiful things, we need to get in there and rip out all of the old things to make space to prepare for the new gorgeous things to bloom, grow, and be planted in, right? So towers are a necessary part of all of the processes. And so when you are confronted with a tower, change your way of perceiving them. And instead of, no, why, right? Be like, ooh, this means something better's coming along. This means there's change coming, and ooh, the potential, right? Okay. But you still need to ground yourself and create boundaries and barriers, okay? And this is true for all of the reasons, right? When you are in a joyful celebratory state, you don't want to fill your brain and your eye sockets with things that rob that joy from you, that celebratory energy from you, right? And so this is a mindful consumption. You want to eat the joy pellets and avoid the non-joy pellets, right? I don't know. I suddenly was like Pac-Man. Um, what's this? Oh, it's just all your abundance. Okay, so your ability to create healthy boundaries around your mind, around your body, the things that you are putting into it, boundaries around habits that aren't serving your vessel. So if you're usually sitting and watching hours upon hours or binging in a long period of time, what are you doing to counteract that, right? How is that benefiting your body and your mind? What are you consuming? What are you watching? What are you binging, right? And also something about, there's this thing and it's like every 45 minutes or something like that, you got to do 15 minutes of walking, or anyways, it's about the balance, and you're creating boundaries not just externally for the people, places, and things that can affect you and infect you, but also yourself, right? You know you better than anybody else. Nobody's there saying, don't eat that second bag of chips or whatever the case may be, right? You need to create healthy boundaries for yourself. And you get to set up the reward system all you want. Like, okay, I really want to watch this show, so I'll watch one episode and then I'm going to stretch or dance or go for a walk or do something else that stimulates, right? It's not about denial, outright denial, although sometimes that is also required. This is about using your discretion, right? But also balance. It's about balance. And this is leading you to your legacy, this long lasting success, right? This oak tree took a long time to establish itself, and it does so with the grounding in and the flowing state of the earth and the sky, right? And then once it is established, then it starts to bloom and will continue to bloom year after year. And this is you. You are the tree, okay? And we are on various stages of this tree, and it's becoming and it's blooming, right? It's like, it took 30 to 50 years for this tree to grow, and it hasn't bloomed yet. And then the year that it was gonna bloom, somebody cuts it down. Well, this thing's broken. Now you're right back at the beginning, right? So this is part of that endurance, that faith. It will bloom. It's also a nod to the laws of the universe, right? If you allow this tree its time and its nurturing that it needs, it will eventually bloom. And this is true too for your ships will eventually come in. Oh, well, that's beautiful because when I was saying ships coming in, it was 24:42 on the clock. And then this came out as I was thinking about, should I mention that or not? But we've got double threes here. So this is giving me partnership, collaboration, and love, right? It's about love. It's about balance. It's about the masculine and feminine coming together in love, in beautiful union, in gorgeousness. Okay, this is something celebrated by your higher self, by your spirit team, your ascended masters, your archangels, your ancestors, right? And we've got this more celebration, right? This gorgeous energy of beautifulness. Okay, so this is part of your abundance, is collaboration, it's union, it's cooperation with others, however that is going to look. This is what is coming in on the ships: opportunities and people, places and things. Okay, so I'm going to put love over here, and love could be part of this tower, right? People coming in being like, I love you, let's make magic together. And you're like, what? And this, is a tower moment because you're used to creating solely, and now you are creating collectively or cooperatively. Oh, we got 3 threes in the house. So I guess we need to look up the threes, I guess. Okay. This is sacred contracts. This is self-dedication, sacred oaths, lifelong engagements, right? This could be business like any sort of partnerships that will stand the test of time, that will be loyal and beautiful and harmonious and gorgeous, and also a certain level of expertise. The Hierophant is both the master and the student. And this balance is actually what contributes to their mastery, because part of being a master is recognizing that you are forever a student. So this is about divine union and sacred oath, this dedication to self, right? We did flash the dedication at the beginning. And so this is also dedication to a way of being and doing and seeing and engaging gorgeously. Okay, let's look up the threes. Look at that. Angel number 333 serves as a gentle nudge to explore your unique talents and engage in creative pursuits. Whether painting, writing, singing, dancing, or any form of expression sparks your imagination and inspiration, Angel number 333 encourages you to embrace your creative side. By tapping into your creativity, you experience self-fulfillment and strengthen your connection with the universe. Beautiful. And, as a creative myself, that's one of the first, notably first interactions, engagements that I could track in my own personal life when I am creating I go into this flow state where you lose time, and you just, things, I channel, right? And a lot of the times it was like things coming out, and then after being like, what just happened? And then looking at it and be like, where did that come from? You know what I mean? And so this is another way of getting into a meditative state that creates a conversation, especially when you are not trying to force a thing and just allowing the thing to evolve, right? This is your communication with your higher self. Like your higher self already knows what is meant to be created, and you are just the vessel that creates it. Okay, let's get an astro card today. Speaking of all the astro things that we're still learning about, because I'm not even mildly. I know that my sign is Aries, my sun sign and my moon sign is Aquarius, which is not water. It is wind. I'm pretty sure. Air. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I know. Okay. So let's get an astro card for this state of being here. I mean, this is beautiful. This is victory. This is birthing. And this is joy, right? This is birthing new ideas, new creations. Berkano, the fecund, mama hare, laying eggs. Because we did talk about eggs, but we don't know what's in the eggs yet. Okay. Okay, what's up, man? What's up here? Any astrological cards wanna come out? Not all of them, just one would be nice. Okay. Okay, so we've got Ascendant, the entrance, coming up. Because it was the one that flipped face up. What, you want another one? But I just got this one finally. No? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're done. You're done! Okay, Ascendant. What do we got here? 35. Over time, your reputation is built on what you do, not how you look. Okay, so this is linked to your creations, the things that you are birthing into being. Your motivation needs to be, how is this going to be received by others, right? How does it look on the outside? This is about the creation for creation's sake, for the joy of it, for the beauty of it, and then share it, right? As a maker and someone who was in survival mode for the majority of my life while creating, all I want to do is just create for the joy of it. But it's like, okay, I also have to make ends meet. So how do I create? And so my creations end up being tampered with or diluted because I'm thinking about making something that people are going to want to buy, right? And so now instead of creating for myself as an expression, I am trying to assume what other people are wanting and then trying to give them that. But in my experience as a neurodivergent with masking and all that kind of stuff, that's kind of the same iteration, right? It's this trying to present yourself in a way that trying to assume how to present yourself in a way that other people will want, right? And you learn, maybe not so quickly, that no matter what you do, there are still going to be those people who just don't get it, who don't see it, who don't understand, who don't recognize all this kind of stuff. And so the minute that you can free yourself from the dilution of your assumptions of for others, then you start creating for creation's sake. You start imbuing, yes, your creations with your authentic self expressions. Yes, which is better. Which is better. Okay. The challenge: the front door is only one part of the house. Be willing to look beyond appearances and into the heart, but don't count on others' abilities to do so. Exactly. This is the thing. Other people are looking through their own lenses. Other people are projecting their own resistances upon things. So when they view things, you can't rely. It's an unreliable source. And so this is why it's more important for you to be tapping into your own. And those who are meant, those who recognize, those who see will, right? And then you are allowing a honest representation of you, and then you will attract honest attractees to you, right? And it's not this facade. If you facade, well, you will attract those who are attracted to your facade. And, we all know that facades end up breaking, shattering, and cracking. And then all those people that were showing up are like, who the hell are you? And you're like, this is me this whole time. And it's like, yeah, well, you false advertised, right? So get in on the get in on the authenticity of you and your expression and free yourself and everybody else. Okay? Yes. Let's get a mushroom card today. Boopity boop. This one. Endings. Yes, allow the old things to go so that the new things can be. Death cap is a sign of endings, whether coming or already here. Death can sometimes feel like a negative thing, but death represents new beginnings too. Letting go of that which no longer serves you can feel very painful, and it may be that something you have held on to isn't allowing you to move forward. Endings can also mean many positive things, especially if it means there is an end in sight for something you have been working on or are trying to achieve. So this could be an end to your waiting, an end to your resting period, a signal for things coming in, and your, all this preparation, all this energy, strength building, right, is about ready to turn into something to run for. Welcome to a new start and go forth. Oh, wait, sorry. Let go and let flow. Welcome a new start and go forth knowing it is for the greater good. Okay, and this brings us to the beginning of the channel with the elimination, right? As part of, we retain the things that are of benefit for us, and then we release everything else. Yes. Okay, let's get some love messages. This many. Oops. Shine bright like a diamond. Yeah, this is your time to shine. This is your time to be in non-resistant, in allowing, in openness, in communication, in flow, right? And yeah, you've already gone through the alchemization and the transformation of being a piece of coal and enduring the pressure to become a diamond. Now you're a diamond. Now it is time to let the old container environment to fall away. And this is part of this transformation, this acclimation period, right? We are shifting from treading to float, treading to keep our heads above water, to floating. And that is a huge difference, right? Okay, so be present, right? A lot of the stressors of life are from being too much in the past, reminiscing and regret, pining. If only I did this, if only I said that, if only I went this way instead of that way, whatever the case may be, right? And or in the future, what's going to happen, the unknown, I'm scared, I'm nervous, I'm anxious, I don't know, what if this, scenarioizing that, this is part of this, creating boundaries for yourself, right? So find ways of being present in your now moment, and creativity, expression, and creation. This is a perfect opportunity, or shift of focus to bring you presently, right? So that you can focus in on the movement, the sound, the textures, the colors, whatever medium you're expressing with. If it's dance, feeling in on your body, the muscle groupings that you are moving, and how you're moving, where you're moving, the feel of the ground on your feet, like all of these creative surrender, go with the flow expression modes are all supporters of the present, of the now. Okay, and it was 43:43 on the timer when I said that. You are worthy. Yeah, you're worthy of shining bright like a diamond. You survived one of the hardest challenges of, alchemy, of transformation. Coal into a diamond. I mean, how does it even happen? A lot of pressure and heat, and that is life, right? This is part of the process, and you're on the other side of it. So this is why it's time to celebrate. It's time to recognize yourself as the diamond, okay? We've got victory, we've got newness, birthing, ideas, creativity, abundance. We've got joy and harmony and peace, right? Like, this is what you're worthy of. This is your I don't know, like your degree that you received after, years of learning. I don't know where we're going with that one. Okay, trust the process. Yes, trust the process and the unfolding, and um and the connection that you create and the communication that you receive. Ground yourself. This one is so important, okay? And this is part of your creating boundaries for yourself and for others, right? This, even before making a decision of any kind, ground yourself, center yourself, create that open communication and feel in, is this something I want to do? Is this somewhere I want to go? Is this a person I want to let in? All of these things. You don't have to make a decision right away. If you're someone who tends to make a decision right away and then after you're like, oh, maybe I don't want to do that, then start normalizing. I'll get back to you on that, right? I'll let you know. We'll talk. I'll think about that and get back to you, or whatever the case may be. Give yourself the time, okay? And go into the forest, okay? And interact with the gorgeous trees and other beautiful things like fairies and moss and birds and other woodland animals, big and small. Yes, do all that. Forest time. If you've got one, get in it. What? Okay. Let's see. Okay. We've got this skate here. Okay, so if you've ever ice skated, you know that the best ice to skate on is smooth, no resistance, so that you glide, right? If there's all kinds of crap on there, you're and bailing all over the place. Oops. So your part of your legacy is in your non-resistant flow state. So find it, get there. Okay, there's your strength in your tree. This is that balance, right? You're grounding in to the earth and reaching up into the sky, and that beautiful, stable, sturdy ness. This is your strength, your ability to ground, right? And then we have this cheetah. Okay, so fast moving energy towards love, about love, for love, with love, because of love. Love is all you need. Okay. Then we have purity. So something about this is a cleanse, a purifying. This could be linked to a soul tribe or some sort of soul connection family type situation, because we were linking this to some sort of collaboration, right? Right, because it came with, no, that was love. Okay. Well, love came in with collaboration. I forget. Anyways, this one is like the elephant that was separated from its tribe, and it has found them and is running towards them to join them. Okay, so that is something connected to your tower, and I feel like one came over here. Yay! Okay, so this is the freedom bird, and it's got a cat hair attached to it. Okay, so this bird is sitting in a cage, but you notice the bar isn't going over it. So it's not trapped by the cage, but it's singing in it. So it has a sense of freedom and safety, right? A safe place to be, but it is still free. And that is where we want to be. That's where I want to be. Oh yeah, and then we have the go within fish because it looks like he's got an eyeball in his mouth. Okay, and so this is that self-reflection. This is that self-connection. Who knows? This could be his third eye, and he's like using it to guide um, him along his way. Okay. And then we've got the balancing. So this is my water um, element reference to the sun and the stars, right? This um, shell here is like the rays of a sun or like enlightenment, right? Those halos around people, they kind of radiate like the sun. And then sea star, right? Like the earth star. Where'd it go? There it is. And so this is balance again, gifts from the sea, something like that. Okay, is that it? That's all of them. So there's the reading for today. Lots of good stuff. Ground yourself, trust it, be present. All things in divine timing. You are worthy. Just shine. Create from a place of love and balance and connection. And let go and let flow, right? Yes, beautiful. I know you can do this. You're doing it. You're doing it. So keep on doing it. And yeah, love you and appreciate you and wishing you all of the good, good stuff. Like, joy and abundance and victory. So, yes, gorgeous. Love you. Appreciate you. See you next time. Bye for now.